So just one thing I forgot to mention in the video, or just a few things I forgot to mention in the video, is we are going to need a function called reset. So if we look at the flow chart for this project, you're going to see if the player pushes a button and the list is empty, call the reset function. If the player guesses wrong, play the buzzer, then call the reset function, or restart, I guess it's called, but it's the same thing. So let's go write a restart function or a reset function. And then finally, or sorry, one other thing. In this flow chart, you'll see it is mentioning I. In our project, that refers to the index. So does the button color match element I in our list? So list is that's our sequence, and the one that we care about, because that's the one we're looking at, is index, right? So in this document, I is index. Like flash the button and play its sound, increment I, right? That's increment index. Basically, we're going to call flashlight and call it, and then add one to the index. So I is equal to index, and then let's go write that restart function and just test that it works. Was it restart or reset? Let's write a function here called restart. And this is going to be called either at the very beginning of the program or if the player has finally lost the game. So what we want to do is just kind of clear everything out of the list. Sequence dot, oh look, there's a clear function. Get everything out of the list. And then let's just set our index back to 0. And then let's call our add light function, which will add another thing to the list and start the timer. Actually, I think add light actually sets index to 0, so we don't even need to do that. There's our restart function. Let's just make sure that it works. So way at the top here, let's call our restart function. So as soon as the program starts up, it'll call restart. Restart will add something to the list, empty the list, and add a light. And then add a light will put something in the list and then start the timer going. And then let's add one other thing in here. We've got this variable that's keeping track of whether it's okay for the player to press a button or not. Let's say when we add a light, we're going to set press OK to false, which means now we're about to start the timer playing, and we're not allowed to push buttons while the game is playing back the sequence, right? And then once the timer shuts off, then let's look at our timer function. You're seeing once the timer shuts off, we're going to set press OK back to true. So what we're doing is we're creating a Boolean variable that we're toggling on and off when it's okay to press the buttons or not. So the only thing left you have to do now, you got your restart, add light, whatever, you've got press button. All you have to do now is implement press button using that flow chart here. This can all be done using functions that we've just written. And so you should be okay. Don't worry about this arrow that goes all the way back to the top. This will happen automatically. Basically, we sit there waiting for the player to press a button. When they press a button, we do all this stuff, and then we just sit there waiting for them to push another button. So that's it. And then this PDF is obviously included in the resources. So this is all you need to get Simon working. But if you have any trouble, then just email me, and I'll be happy to look over your code and provide some guidance.